playWe keep making silly errors under pressure. Smith 238. The Australia captain expresses his displeasure at another collective batting failure. 238 September 20, 2017. It's not working. That's a line captains wish never to say, but Stephen Smith had little choice when asked how he felt sitting in the dressing room watching Australia slide to defeat at Eden Gardens by 50 runs. A wrist spinner picked up a hat-trick. The openers fell cheaply. There was only one partnership that crossed 50 in this, after they had restricted India to 252 in the blazing heat of Kolkata. Australia lost 5 wickets for 42 runs in 10 overs between the 23rd and 33rd. And it took Smith back to previous collapses in the Dhaka Test, when they were 158 for 2, and then 244 all out, falling 20 runs short. In the Hobart Test, when they were knocked over for 85 and 161. During the Sri Lanka tour, when they crumbled for 161 in Palakkal, 106 and 183 in Galle, and, finally, even after 2 top-order batsmen made centuries in Colombo, they fell from 316 for 4 to 379 all out. It's happening a bit too often for my liking, to be honest with you, in all forms of cricket, Smith said. We've had a lot of collapses we need to stop. It's just easy to just sit here and say it needs to stay, but when you get out in the middle, you have to change what you are doing, because it's not working. So, watching the ball closer. Maybe the guys are trying to watch the ball too closely and forgetting about just playing the game. It's a hard one to put my finger on. But whatever it is, it needs to change, and we need to make better decisions and start playing properly, because we're having too many collapses and it's not good enough. Stephen Smith was front and center as a dramatic episode unfolded in the 48th over of India's innings. Hardik Pandya had skied a full toss to the Australian captain, who caught it, but anticipating the prospect of it being called a waist-high nobble, and seeing that India were in the process of taking a single, he threw the ball to the bowler's end in hopes of effecting a run-out. However, since the umpires hadn't ruled it a nobble on the field, Hardik thought he was out-caught, and therefore was walking off the field, and as such became protected under law at 27.7. We thought it was just play on, Smith said when asked about his thoughts on the incident. Didn't realize it was dead ball if he didn't choose to run. I think Bhuvi was running, he knew what was going on, but Hardik turned around and went the other way. So we just thought the ball was still in play. They've said the rules, that if they think it's out, they go off and it's a dead ball. It's fine. No problem. Smith would not have wanted to be in a position where he had to admit such shortcomings, especially not in his 100th ODI. He produced an excellent half-century, weathering Bhuvneshwar Kumar in top form, and even keeping Kuldeep Yadav at bay. He strung a partnership of 76 runs with Travis Head for the 3rd wicket, but when that was broken off a full toss, Australia started to sink. They managed to get to 202 after being 148 for 8 was down to Marcus Stoinis adding another lone hand to his Eden Park epic. We should be getting the target of 253 on that wicket. We made many poor decisions again. Under pressure, we are not executing our skills well enough. We are losing wickets in clumps, which we can't afford to do. One of our top 4 has to go on and make a big score. Hedy and I were the 2 guys who got in, and we weren't able to do so. A lot of the blame falls on us. We got a good little partnership there. We turned 70 into a 140, then the game's closed. We weren't able to do it. Kuldeep had fun against a batting lineup going through such turmoil, dismissing Matthew Wade, Ashton Agar and Nathan Coulter-Nile to complete a hat-trick. When asked if Australia are struggling to read the left-arm wrist spinner, Smith said, "I'm not sure. I think we played him reasonably well at times today. Just the last few overs our tail-enders probably couldn't play him as well as the batters. I felt quite comfortable against him today. We weren't able to go on and close the game out. The guys have trained really well. It's now about getting in the middle and executing those when you are under pressure. Not panicking as such. I think we panicked last game a little bit. This game we just couldn't get the partnerships, we are just making silly errors. We can't allow to do so under a quality lineup like India." Stoinis played very well, didn't panic, was nice and calm and played good cricket shots. Was nice and positive with his intent. We just needed someone in the top 4 to go on, and if we do, that the result could have different.